What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Checkball Sports Basketball Community, home of real talk, facts over feelings, and everything sports. And it's your host, Sean, and we're going to be talking about Steph Curry, and if he get this fifth ring, what's going to change? Let's get into it. So the community is saying that Steph Curry wins his fifth NBA championship. The top 10 and GOAT debate take a turn. Some of these names get bumped off the list, and that's including some of the greats like Kobe Bryant, maybe LeBron James. Curry will hypothetically have 5 rings. LeBron will have 4. LeBron had been to 10 NBA Finals. That's a greatness in itself, but it then came with 6 losses. Steph Curry, he'd get 5. He would have been 5-2 in the finals, and I mean, that's a better winning percentage, and that's fewer chances. And the kicker that everyone's throwing in is that Steph never needed to leave his team to build. People came to him, guys like KD came to him while Bron had to bounce around from Cleveland and Miami just to get it done. More rings and fewer losses, same generation. To a lot of these guys, that speaks volumes. And then Bron been to 10 finals, lost 6, Steph fewer trips, better win percentage. So this is the argument that a lot of these people are making, and it matters. With rings in 2015, 17, 18, 22, and hypothetically 25, that'll definitely make a difference. Steph didn't stop at just winning, though. He went on to change the entire game from high school to the NBA. Everybody want to shoot threes like Steph. The legacy that Steph have, you can't really teach. I mean, before Steph Curry, the three-pointer was kind of just used as a weapon to kind of just change certain aspects of the game. But after Steph, it really just became the game. Like, he stretched defenses, changed, floor spacing, forced every team everywhere, from a lower level all the way to a professional level, to just adjust and forced him to play the game the Steph Curry way. Players like Trae Young, Damian Lillard, even Luka to a certain extent, like they all kind of got their game from Steph in some type of aspect. So it wasn't just the winning about Steph. It's really just the evolutions, and that's what kind of put him up there with guys like Jordan and even Allen Iverson to a certain extent with influence. So you can't really say that about a lot of these other players. So this is one of the greatest debates in Steph Curry's career. Steph Curry versus Magic Johnson. And Magic Johnson got 5 rings himself. But did he really change the game the way Steph did? That's just one of the arguments that I really have. Like, we're talking about the greatest point guard ever, which is Magic Johnson. But Steph Curry's name is up there with them too. Magic Johnson, one of the greatest floor generals ever, all the way up until now. And, Steph changed the point guard position in general and the way the game of basketball is played. So he was the offense, Magic Johnson, from 35 feet out, all the way from one end to the other. And he just dazzled the whole crowd. He could facilitate. He could score the basketball when he needed to. And just the Showtime Lakers were just great in themselves. But Steph Curry really not the traditional point guard, and he the greatest shooter ever. So, with 5 rings and the Finals MVP of 2, if they were to get it, Steph wouldn't just be in the conversation. He might just pass Magic at that point. A lot of people argue, and a lot of Steph Curry fans argue, that not only is he in the top 10, but he's potentially in the top 5 too. They say if Steph Curry could win this 5th ring, 2 Finals MVPs, 2 regular season MVPs, an unanimous MVP, and a 3-point revolution on his back, they might say Steph Curry knocking on that door to be in the top 5. Guys like Duncan, Kobe, and Steph would all have the same amount of rings at number 5, but we're talking about the face of the most efficient dynasty ever. The engine of that 73-9 team. You can't write history without putting Stephen Curry's name in there, just like those other great guys too. But it's a time to really give Steph his flowers and to really give him that look and be like, you know what? If he was to do this, could he surpass some of these greats? So Steph's legacy not just built on rings. It's really built on impact. If you get number 5, he's not just a shooter. He's really one of the greatest players to ever pick up a basketball. If Curry get number 5, he's not just a shooter. He just not just a face of dynasty either. He become one of the greatest players in NBA history. It's just that simple. That's just how I feel about it. And everyone who doubted his legacy at this point, just be ready. Because if you get this GOAT list and this top 5, this top 10, all this might change and your favorite player might be bumped out of spot. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. But y'all already know what to do, man. If you're new, like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what y'all think about this Steph Curry situation. If you get number 5, does this really change everything? It's Checkball Sports, man. We gone.